book. It's your boy Mar. We are here live today with master grower, cannabis extraordinaire, cannabis hemp aficionado, Cash the J, affectionately known as Joel. Cash the number one, man. Like, the first thing I want to talk about is this industry, right? I know a whole lot of people are jumping in the industry, and we've heard a whole lot of different things. Like, if somebody wanted to be a farmer with Sunjoin, like, what would you recommend? Would you recommend them go big? Like, what would you recommend them growing? What kind of cultivars? What would you recommend, man?
Right, no, absolutely not. My first recommendation would be, of course, getting to know the plant itself, right? So doing your basic research on knowing what the cannabis plant is, how it performs, what it does, like getting that familiarity. Past that, then putting out a plan, right, which includes soil maintenance, you know, all those things that it takes to run a sustainable farm. You don't want to just jump into anything. And then putting a plan together to figure out exactly how much you're going to grow and how much on the back end you'll be able to sell.
Right.
So as long as that whole equation kind of plans out and you have a plan for it, you should be good. But failure to plan to fail.
Right. You think a whole lot of people are overproducing this year, man? Like, do you think we'll have overproduction, or you think that people are producing exactly what we need from a demand standpoint?
That, you know, that's been a question we've been pondering about this whole market for a long time.
Right.
Of course, there are some people who are overproducing, as it probably pertains to Sunjoin and a lot of things that we're trying to do. Of course, there's no overproduction, and we're trying to do, you know, a completely whole different thing. But yes, there are certainly people out there that are overproducing.
Right. He's just trying to educate the masses the way he has been educating me. He and I research all the time because I just love it now. Like, he got me going on it. He and I used to talk about him from the standpoint of building materials and self-sustainability and being able to grow villages and those kind of things, right?
Which is big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right.
We still on that, right?
Right.
There's no reason why we not on that. But at the same time, it's like when we started getting into the cannabinoids, and I'm listening, and I took some, and it worked for me for my arthritis, and I'm like, man, this did change some things. Then I talked to him more about that, and then we dig deeper into Cash's skull. You know what I'm saying? Like, we drilled a little bit deeper into the cannabinoid side, right? And that might sound awkward, but you know what I'm saying. So when we started researching that, and then now I started researching, he's researching. We're always learning, and this dude is such a wealth of knowledge, and I think that is what Sunjoin brings, right? That's the Sunjoin difference.
For myself, right, that you don't get the same effect, right, smoking some of the newer strains, even with higher THC, right, because now you took away the CBD. So where sometimes, you know, people used to give the old, what they call it, the old, you know, stereotype, right, of the weed smoker stuck on the couch, don't want to do nothing with his life, right? Because he may have been getting a balance of THC and CBD.
CBD was not
creating that couch lock effect, right?
Yeah.
And that's where that little stereotype came from. Well, you notice now with the super high THC strains that don't have any CBD, right? In Colorado, as an example, we literally have tens of thousands of people who are working full-time jobs every day, right? That are full-time smokers. So it eradicated the stereotype that a weed smoker is just some lazy person that don't work, right? Because there are people out there working full-time all day, billion-dollar industry, but there's very little CBD in that weed, right? So yeah, it just goes to show you that, you know, all those things work together.
It all has to work together.
Right.
That's the cool part. And here's the thing. Like, I always tell that story. I've never hit weed in my life, but I probably been high because I was in the car with people hotboxing. And I know I was high because I was in the back seat acting like I could blow out, like. So when I think about that, I probably was high when I was going, like, I don't want to smoke, man.
Yeah. The more you blow out, you know, you gotta take it.
Exactly.
Right.
Whole car full of smoke, right? The young people involved, because this stuff this knowledge has to be passed, right? Like, each one teach one.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We can't, whatever you learn, you gotta teach. That's how it works. When I get taught, I gotta teach. That's how it works. It has to work that way, because that's the only thing you really leaving, right? The stuff that you either create or you make, right? Either you create or your DNA. And at the end of the day, when somebody creates something and they teach you how to do it, then it allows you to create the next thing. But you got to teach the next person, man. And we believe that all day. Let's see. Let's see, somebody else, any questions? Yes, health, sustainable products the earth provides for us. We need the education, so teach. My doctor told me to keep taking it. It's Charlene Jones. It was isolated, and I'll be switching to full spectrum. I will see what she says. Charlene Jones, I'm going to take it anyway. She said, I'm good what she said. My body. No, but here's the thing, Miss Charlene, like, it might work for you. If THC free works for you, it might. Everybody's body's different, clearly. Right? Yeah, everybody's body's different. So whatever works for you, you'll find that or whatever. But for me, this stuff works really well. And I just want to give a shout out to the vape industry. Listen, man, we know what that's about.
Right.
We already know what time it is. You know, y'all started getting a little too big for your britches. That's all it was. And there are big industries in this country with old people that run them. That when they start falling off, you'll see more Colorados. If you get what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, man. Well, we love y'all. Live, love life. Again, Lamar Wilson, founder of Sun Joint. My man Cash. Yeah, Master Grower. He gonna definitely be back on more times because we got to talk about this stuff. And I think we definitely need to have one for sustainability for sure, man. Well, yeah, man. That's it.